Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. This time we are heading off to Wales, and it was a beer that I picked up from St Martin's service station. So that's only about 8 miles from me. It's a service station that have a nice selection of craft beer and what have you. Picked it up from there, and it's a Welsh one, like I say, and it's from Tenby Brewing Co. And this is a can of their Hammerhead West Coast IPA. Apologies for the light deciding it wants to shine. There we go. Hammerhead West Coast IPA coming in at 6%. Nice artwork on the can, 440ml can. Can't remember how much the beer was around the, oh well, I ain't got a clue. I think I picked up 3 or 4 beers that were £12 something. I think it was just the 3 I picked up. 3 or 4, I can't remember. Probably around the £3.80, £4 mark, something like that. So yeah, I don't have a Tenby glass, so we're just going to bang it in this one. So let's get it cracked open and see what we get. Not had nothing from them for a long time, so it'll be interesting to see what this is like. For me, it's looking good already. I expect a piney, resinous grapefruit taste, very bitter. That's what I'd be expecting anyway from this style. So we'll see what we get. It's got a lovely smell on it already. I'm getting that aroma already, and it looks very West Coast for me. I always sort of think West Coast is sort of like a deep sort of amber colour like this. It's very hazy, got a lot of sediment, as you can see just at the top of the glass, just making its way down. Hazy amber colour, not seeing many bubbles go up. 1.5 finger of, it's not pure whitehead, slightly off whitehead. Looks like marmalade, shall we say. So let's dive in on the nose and give it a sniff. Yeah, it's resinous on the nose. A little bit marmalade-y, you could say. A little bit hoppy. You're not really getting a massive punch in the face with the hops. Bloody, I ain't done that for a while, get bloody head on my nose. But yeah, resinous. I'm sort of getting a little bit of mango in there. Maybe a little bit of grapefruit as well. And a little bit of a malty backbone. So let's dive in on Tenby Brewing's Hammerhead West Coast IPA. See what we get. Cheers, everyone. Just from that first mouthful, I think the flavours are going to develop more. I think it could end up being more punchy than what the initial first taste was. But we'll go in again and give her another slurp. Nice weighty number. It's got a good body to it, I think. Yeah, and I think I'm right, it's developing a bit more. A weighty number, decent body, very little carbonation. Obviously enough just to bring it to life, as you'd expect with a lot of these craft beers now. They don't tend to be too full on in bubbles. So a nice gentle fizz in there, really smooth and really soft. On the taste, for me, you were pretty much hit with the bitterness to start off with. I was getting sort of mango orange for me, with a little bit of sort of grapefruit in there. The pine is in there, but it's sort of well hidden for me. A little bit of a malty backbone to it. A little bit resinous. I'm going to say There is pine in there. It's minimal, but you get the resinous feel, that oily, slick feel of the resinous, the pine resinous, if you like. It's oily, it's slick. For me, you almost get a sweet edge of, I think, mango, sweet orange, but there's also the bitterness of that. I think there's a bit of grapefruit in the background that's adding to the bitterness. It's got a little malty backbone when you start drinking it. The more you drink it, the more bitter it gets, although it's not really sort of like really hitting you right at the back. The 6% is well hidden. As I always say, it's generally the bitterness that makes me feel like I'm picking up the alcohol. A little bit marmaladey, it's got to be said. It's got that marmalade sort of taste to it, and that shows in sort of like the colour, really. I don't think it's a bad West Coast IPA. Certainly not the best one I've had. It's not, for me, it's not full on grapefruit enough, maybe even not bitter enough. I could be wrong. Not piney enough, not resinous enough. The resinous is in there. That pine taste isn't quite there. You get more of the resinous feel than you do of the pine. But it's a decent, I think that's a decent West Coast. And as somebody else has said before, you know, different breweries do their own takes on different styles. So, and that just might be Tenby's take on this style. Maybe they're holding back not to be too full on West Coast because not everyone is going to like it. So maybe they've played it a little bit safe. But overall, Tenby Brewing Co.'s Hammerhead West Coast IPA, coming in at 6%, is a decent drop. It's a nice enough drink. Maybe for some of the purists out there of West Coast, they might want it to be whack in your face. But I think that's pretty decent. Not awful, not the best, just a good solid sort of West Coast for me. So yeah, there you go. Tenby Brewing Co.'s Hammerhead West Coast IPA. If you're thinking of getting it, give it a try. If you've had it before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Pardon me. And that's it. So thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Feel free to like and share the video. Comment on the video as well. And subscribe to the channel if you want to. Won't cost you nothing either. It is free. Cheers. See you on my next one.